Another important concept in SketchUp is component. So here I'm going to give you an example, the difference between components and a group. A component is like a block in AutoCAD. So when you change the original block, it's going to change all the blocks with same name. So however, groups don't have this character. So let's say we are going to make a component of this one. I think this is already 2-story. Let's make it 1-story. So 3000. Okay. Let's give it a component name, which name is let's say number 1 L1 or ground, number 1 ground. Okay, number 1 ground. So create. Okay, this is beautiful number 1 ground. Then let's make it 5-story. So control, and then for X, which makes it 5-story. Okay. So let's say we want to change the material to this block, make it transparent, like this one. Let's say make it red. So in here, we don't need to change all these blocks or groups or components one by one. We just need to change one. So double click, get into it, and then give it red, and then we click, so it's turned red. However, these blocks were done by using group. So if you change one of them into red, nothing happens to the others. Okay, as you can see, this is one powerful usage of the component feature. Another important feature of component, especially when you're doing a lot of stuff together, SketchUp tends to create a huge file, which makes it very difficult for you to handle. So another good thing about components, you can component all these as surroundings into another file, where you can separate, edit it, or you can ask your colleague to help you modify it, and you can work on something else. For example, the main, for example, the main buildings. So let's turn off. Let's make a new layer for the surroundings. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to select all of them, and then we press Shift to remove the CAD base, and then we turn all these into surroundings. Okay, so all these are into surrounding layers, as you can see. So we turn off, we make a current layer, we turn off buildings. Okay, as these blocks still in, so we have to change all these. Have to change all these into surroundings. Okay, this is also a group. No, this is a group. So change it to surroundings. This is a group. We also need to change it to surroundings. Okay, this is a group. So you can see it. To modify a group, you need to have to modify every group. It's kind of take a lot of time to do that. So we move everything into groups. So by the way, this one is the current layer. So if you properly set the current layer, you won't be able to have this problem. So I turn off and all these, press shift, except these become surroundings, so we can now turn off a building. So now we are going to create a component, make component as surroundings. Okay, create. Now this become one component. Let's say we want to add it into a different, save as a different file. So we create a new folder called component, and then we save it as surroundings. Okay, then we need to show all the terrains. We can edit the component in the same file or in the master file. Let's say we want to move all these components to the right aisles as we want it. Okay, so we double click into the component and we move. So we move this up. Be careful about the axis. So it can be on face outside active. So which means this point is on the terrain surface. Okay, how about this one? Do we want to move this one? Okay, so we move. Okay, move. So we turn on the transparent. We move it. We move it. We move it to the point. Which we think is reasonable close. Okay. Okay, so it's a little bit high, so we need to move it down a little bit. So be careful, make sure it's travel along the blue axis. If you find difficulty,